No matter how distributed your team is, Crafting Sandbox makes it easy for your team members to collaborate. Here are some examples for how it can help. In today's remote working scenarios, it's challenging for developers to help one another troubleshoot some issues. Fortunately, the Crafting Sandbox provides a shared space for developers to come together, making it an invaluable tool for troubleshooting challenging problems conveniently. For example, in this sandbox, you can simply share the sandbox URL or web IDE URL to your teammate, and he or she can see what you are seeing. When you make a code change here, they are able to see it right away in their code editor, and they can also make changes to show how it is done. When the pair programming process is made as easy as that, collaboration between teammates becomes more natural to achieve a high productivity. The collaboration between engineers and remote QA team is often challenging because of communication gaps. Crafting Sandbox as a shared online environment tackles this challenge. When the QA team tests against a Crafting Sandbox and hits some error, the whole environment, including testing data, can be snapshotted and sent to developers right at the failure point for debugging. The developer can reproduce the issue right in the environment and apply a fix. Then, the whole sandbox can be passed back to QA for verification of the fix. The iteration speed is greatly improved. For testing, the QA team often needs a preview environment that is always up to date for a specific branch. For this purpose, Crafting supports an auto mode to follow specific branches of code repositories. During the sandbox creation, you can simply select the branch you want to run sandbox on and also turn on auto mode for that workspace. In auto mode, the system will automatically detect the code changes in the corresponding branches of the Git repos and pull the most recent code. It would also run the build step and restart the running process so that your services in the sandbox are always fresh on the latest version. Crafting helps external collaboration between your team and your partners as well. When you build an API for your partners to integrate with, you need a fixed URL for them. With Crafting, you can create an endpoint with a specific name and URL and route traffic from that endpoint to any sandbox you have. You can see here the endpoint with a fixed name is routed to this sandbox. You can switch the target sandbox dynamically at any time to integrate test another version of your code. You can see the same URL now is routed to a different sandbox. Third-party API integration is no longer painful with Crafting. Due to lack of access, it can be difficult to diagnose a problem in a partner's environment. The Crafting platform makes it easy for you to grant a partner limited access. You can create a service account from the web console for your partner and create expiring access tokens for the account to take a quick look at the system. With the login token, your partner can have temporary access to the sandbox via the service account to work together with you and diagnose the problem. You can disable the account or revoke the login token at any time from our web console. Crafting Sandbox can also be used between engineers and cross-functional teams, like product managers, designers, even marketing and sales. To begin with, it's a fantastic communication tool to allow product managers and designers to preview the prototypes made by engineers for brainstorming. Product managers and designers don't need to wait for the engineer to get the code to staging and then point out the flow has mistakes. Now, they can work together in a sandbox for immediate modification and instant feedback. In addition, engineers can build sandboxes with special configuration and data for marketing and sales to demo to customers. They no longer need to create a separate deployment in production or riddle the code with random feature flags just for a demo. If needed, the code in the sandbox can also be changed on the spot to fit what customers want during the demo. Considering how popular remote working has become, Crafting Sandbox's cloud-based development environments become critical for your team's productivity. Visit crafting.dev to get started with Crafting Sandbox today.